As promised, I have another very special guest with me in the person of Isaac Newton from the International Trade Center. I think you probably have the most panels this week. Isaac has been on maybe 4 or 5.
Three.
Okay, well, it felt like a lot because I felt like I heard your voice and I heard a lot of your ideas about a lot of things. Give us generally, you were here last year, so you'd be a perfect person to give us a comparison between last year and this year. What do you see different? Have you met any startups last year that were small, that have grown so much this year? What have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, this has been really great. I mean, last year was fantastic. This year also has been amazing. And also see the growth of both the startups, but also the program overall. I think this year we have many more exhibitions, especially from different startups. So now people you've seen on the news, you've seen their raises, their competitions, they're now here exhibiting. So now I get to meet them one-on-one, see how they're doing. There's been a lot more pitching and talking sessions, so get to hear firsthand what's going on with the startups. So that's been fantastic. Some of them you have witnessed different programs from the GIZ, and now they're raising money, they're going international, so that's been really exciting to see.
Oh, fantastic. Now, International Trade Center, you currently have a program that's running for the next 3 years, but you also talk quite a bit about a lot of the collaborations you're hoping to do. Overall, what's the vision now for the International Trade Center, and for young entrepreneurs, young business owners, where do they fit into this grand picture? Okay,
so we have a couple of things we're doing. We work with 25 tech startups, mostly agri-tech. So AgriFresh, Grow For Me, Trotter Tractor, some of the people in our cohort. Some of the fintechs that pitched today, POW, Paybox, Botito are also in our cohort. And we also work with 18 IT BPO companies.
Okay.
And over this year, we've done a lot of capacity building, technical assistance, but taking them to different trade fairs as well. And for the next 3 years, our mission is to help them scale and help them internationalize. But apart from the direct cohort we're working with, we're also looking to see how we can make the ecosystem more conducive for business to work. And with that, we're looking to work with different project partners like the GIZ, like JICA, COICA, the EU delegations, to see how and what can we do as development organizations in Ghana, but also working with ministry and with other project partners to see how can we shape policies and make the environment more conducive for our startups, but all startups to get the most of what they can.
Right. Now, if I may be so bold, just because I was here last year for the whole 5 days, and again this year, and there's a lot of traction that a lot of tech-based startups get to enjoy. And so there was the one thing, and I remember saying this to some other people that I've met, is that can we please do something for the service industry? It would be fantastic. We're all complaining about poor customer service in Ghana. Ghana runs on a service-based industry pretty much to a large extent. So it would be great to see something happening in that direction, but that's just me throwing in.
No, but I do think, and I think this event, I mean, like, we were glad to be part of the sponsors and partners of this event, right? But it also shows that we can do collaborative events.
Right.
And often people say in Ghana we can't collaborate. But over here you have academia, you have public sector, private sector, international organizations come together. And I think this is a flagship, obviously, for Ghana Digital, but it can serve to then have Ghana Service Innovation Week.
Yes.
And then where we also come together to see how we can do things there.
Yes, I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any final words, anything people need to look out for? Let us have the website for the International Trade Center so those who are curious can find more information.
So it's intracen.org. Intracen, C-E-N.
Okay, T-E-N.
C-E-N.
C-E-N, Intracen.
Intracen.org. I think final words is that I think there were so many conversations that started here. I was on many panels, as you mentioned, and there were great conversations that started, great insights, but they shouldn't end here. I think this should kickstart conversations that happen throughout the year, so that this time next year we're here talking about the updates and the improvements of whether it's the innovation ecosystem, or now with digital marketing, or my session on traceability in the cocoa and digitalization of the cocoa value chain. We should come back with results from the conversations that started here.
Yeah. It would be great to have a showcase of or an evidence summit of some sort, where we are showcasing a lot of the results of some of these policy work that we're working on, all of the collaboration we've been talking about. It's a fantastic idea.
So I think we're between this year and next, maybe on the website as well, we can have different forums and like evidence-based, okay, we have this talk, this is the result of this talk.
Yeah.
So throwing it back to the GIZ and the partners to make this happen.
GIZ and partners, you're on the hot seat this afternoon, but thank you very much, Isaac, for joining us. I've been your host, Emilia Enusin. We're still at the International Conference Center today. We're wrapping up, but we have an exciting closing ceremony that we have yet to get started. So if you're in town, there's a lot of traffic. You don't need to drive through the traffic. We have happy hour refreshments and a lot to offer. So join us at the International Trade Center as we now get into the closing ceremony. Thank you.